Is the game sound working? Oh, the game sound is working. Bro, what is with OBS just deleting my settings? It's annoying. Yesterday you couldn't see. Today we can't. Today we can't hear. Okay. We're here with Ketramose, the New Dawn, 4/4. Menace, lifelink, indestructible, costs 3 mana. It can't attack or block unless there are 7 or more cards in exile. So, sounds like something that takes a while to start swinging, and it kind of is. But in the meantime, when anything is exiled from the graveyard or the battlefield, you get a Phyrexian Arena trigger. So, it's kind of your built-in card draw engine, and it's really good to me. Like, especially when you just run a deck full of things in exile. Now, unfortunately, even in standard Brawl, I don't really like basically any card from the new set. I'm only running Curse wrappings because reanimating some of the other creatures I have, which there are not a lot, are just really good. So, you know, having a second Shield Druid in a game is good, stuff like that. But just playing this and drawing a bunch of cards is extremely good to me. Go with the suggested land count? Yeah, maybe. That might be a mistake. So Calyx doesn't have ward or anything, right? Nope. Alright, they have the protection spell, which is basically mandatory in Calyx. I assume they have the... I mean, you do one thing there. Alright, my opponent did not cast Calyx. I find that to be kind of insane. I will most certainly just run this out. They can have exile effects, though. It is a, you know, this deck. Maybe that's okay. Does it see itself get exiled? Is it like that degenerate? Like, if you exile this, do I draw a card? Oh, you don't? Alright. Honestly, for the sake of the format, probably happy I don't. And pass the turn. So hopefully Fumigate destroys my opponent's will to continue. But we'll see. If they did it during my turn... Oh, wow, really? Okay, good to know. Suppose that... Yeah, suppose that would make sense, given the text box. So I don't know if there's a 1-mana white card that does anything here. I don't think there is. Virtue of Loyalty. Okay. So just play this. Look at that. Look at that. Who needs Ketramose? Alright, well, I can get that back, which is really nice. Let us flicker our Ketramose here. How many cards are in exile? Just 2? Soon to be 1 when I probably get this back. We drew a card, though. We did the thing. Elish Norn. What does this do? Ability of permanent trigger. So I can't get rid of it with this. I can't get rid of it with actually anything. So... Never mind. Suppose that works. Okay, this commander's already getting, like, ridiculous. It's been 2 seconds. Alright, looks like Kyle was a good idea. Chat, you're doing things right. Gets around Elishnorn. Who would have thought? Gingerbrute, oh no. Too bad that's not going to work. Oh, actually, maybe it will. I assume there's a bunch of protection spells, but I'm going to force you to show me them. I actually should have cast Get Lost, maybe. Yeah, so they don't get map treasure thingies. As it is going to be pretty obvious they have a protection spell for Blink Calyx. Is this straight up hexproof forever? No. I'm going to take that action. Opponent appears to have another card? No, it's just the activation of Gingerbrute. I'll just keep finding lands if I can. This is okay too, actually. That's alright. Let's cast this. Get rid of Gingerbrute. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. And I'll just do this. If my opponent makes Gingerbrute problematic, that's okay. If they kill one of my planeswalkers with Gingerbrute, I'm fine. I'm okay with it. So they will be getting rid of one of them, that's okay. They get a copy what? I have so much removal, I really just don't need to do anything weird. My opponent let me keep Calyx under the token, which is kind of interesting. Alright, well if that's the case, I'll just pass. Oh, copy is sealed from existence, yeah. Not casting the Virtue is unusual. I mean, I'm gonna keep swinging. I'm not gonna cast Ketramose here. I think I'm just fine where I am. No need to get weird. I can cast this though, I'm sure. Is it doing anything? No. Okay, well, a Mirrex token is not going to get you there. Draw a card. I'm going to just blow them out. No card for you. Alright, yeah. Chariot? Maybe. Wait. I only know the green chariot, so I don't actually know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm on the play. Whoops. Whoops. Opponent sending the oil. Love it. I don't think I want that. I mean, I do, but I also don't need it. So. Yeah, how do you get this title? I don't even know. It's got the word collector in it. I'm actually surprised I don't have it. This does not kill my commander. Actually, there's no fundamental way it could kill my commander, so... It is indestructible. I think we're going to have ourselves quite the blowout here when I cast this Day of Judgment. Oh, look at that. I can send chat to go check things. Oh, so nice. Look at that. For having 4 of every card in a set. I'm pretty sure I do for War with Spark, so... I should have it then. Alright, well, unfortunately, my opponent's not doing anything that makes me want to make any kind of move, so I'm just not going to play the game. That's fine. Like, I could do things, but I can also just not do anything. Sky Seer's Chariot. Alright, so we take some damage, and then we sweep the board. I can't block. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do anything. I'll just take 10. It's okay. You have it for new Phyrexia? Nice. You're toxic? I believe it. I believe it. Let us try to do that. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Did I draw a land? Did I play a land? I don't know. Okay, I found another decent card. This is like straight up dinosaurs. I'm gonna exile their commander, assuming they don't keep it under there. Oh, they do! Dang it, so it is shock or something. Alright. Seems really good here. Again, I don't have to actually exile something every turn or anything like that. I think that's fine. Alright, yep, look at that. I literally did not swing at my opponent and they were done. Okay, I'm going to keep this because Duress can protect me from a counterspell, and if it doesn't, well, you know, rip. I keep lands. We keep lands in this game. Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton of titles. I just didn't even know titles were a thing. Think twice, unable to scream is incredibly annoying, but so is this. Actually, no, it's not. Let's get rid of that. As it stands, that seemed to be really the only thing my opponent could do against Ketramose. Unless they drew a counterspell. And, well, if you did, so be it. As long as it isn't mana drain, which is impossible. Your favorite new emote is lands, am I right? Yeah, I did see that one. I saw that one. Initiate's easy to get? Yeah, but I'm not an initiate. Alright? I'm a mythic player. Initiate is for lesser beings, alright? Make sure I don't misclick. I misclicked Shieldred's Edict once. I will never do it again. There's a hole in your plans? Oh, man. Wizard's just going all in with it, huh? Good. Ward 2, pay 2 life. Oh. Oh, hey, look, I top decked a perfect answer. Which we did. Hey, it's a Fumigate. Love to see it. Probably don't need to cast it for a while, though. Color Mastery should be easy? Yeah, maybe. Oh no, they have the other answer that, oddly enough, doesn't really matter all that much. Do I just Fumigate? Can I wait? I'm actually going to wait a turn before I play Magic. Alright, yeah, it was a huge... It was very much worth it. Killing Ketramose is... Okay, I was about to say, letting Ketramose die in the attack is kind of weird. Alright, well, there goes both, like, Frogify things and whatnot. I'm just going to recast it. think you wanted to cast Think Twice first here. Give you more information of your opt. Play 450 games of Brawl? Yeah, I mean, that's just bound to happen. No doubt. Alright, we have... How many cards in exile? Literally none? Yikes. So I can... pay 3 life, get rid of that. We're gonna kill our opponent's commander, like, a lot. Kinda crazy. A blue-red commander just, like, surviving that long is... Or just coming into play that many times. Kinda crazy. Alright, that's a card going into exile. There we go. The timer... the clock is ticking. Okay, what do I not need? Static Net? Both of these are kind of the same. So, that one. Not sure what my opponent can do against this, other than counter it, which they did not, so... Yep. Again, opponent just conceding at 25 life. Oh, love it. Okay. Oh, well, it's another one of those. Yeah, Soul Cauldron's probably better than Lantern. I kind of forgot Lantern doesn't work the way I thought it did. So do I actually deal with this board here? I don't think so. I don't think so. I would love a 3-minute exile here. Oh. Not what I meant. Oh, if they don't have a land, then I mean, shoot. By all means. So I do nothing again. I mean, as long as I have a sweeper, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. I am not going to die from this kind of pressure, so yeah. Again, I'm just chilling. We're just gaming. Opponent only has 2 lands, so maybe some... Search the library for planes. No, I could have killed this so they didn't get a land, but I think I'm okay with that. Getting Ketramose in to play this turn is probably just worth it. There's nothing at 2 mana in white that stops Day of Judgment, so... Okay. That draws me a card. Man, Ketramose is disgusting. That is absolutely just so gross that it does that. This is 3, so I will deal with it. Probably okay. My opponent is literally playing all the cats in the game. Destroy target enchantment. Surprisingly annoying. So... Scry 2. Do I want another land? I don't think so, but Liliana certainly looks really good here. So. Oh wow, they actually are taking the exchange here. In a deck where I have a bunch of O-rings and stuff, I don't think I'm comfortable getting rid of that cat specifically, but we'll see. White removal is only gonna get you so far. Yeah, it's just nothing. Again, I'm just not swinging at people. I haven't... Have I done any damage? Have I swung at anyone? Okay, I guess. All I need is, like, a land. I'm just gonna run this out. Oh, so far this looks like my list. Okay. Exile non-token creature. Destroy a creature if no other creature has greater power. And they drew a land. Of course. Of course. Of course. Let's play... Wait, what does this do? Literally nothing. Alright, that's just in their deck. It does not translate to being relevant for Nissa. Alright, we did it. Look at that, mana denial. But for now, I'm gonna keep it as is. Sure. Each creature that's attacking has trample. So you always have trample, and then the... Oh, this is the first commander we looked at. I gotcha. Do we want this here? Okay. You like Kaya? Yeah, I like Kaya. I've played all the Kayas you can play in Standard. I don't know if I played them all as my commander, though. I don't think I have. Whenever you cast a creature spell, blah, 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 blah. Alright. Not too concerned about that. Or that. So do I virtue? Yeah, right? We can do everything. Oh, this is nuts. I get to do two things. Oh, man, that's satisfying. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We did exile a creature, but that's okay. I feel as though my opponent will just concede when I deal with their commander, so I'm just gonna do it. No, they didn't concede. Alright. I drew a good card. This is a nightmare matchup for this deck. Breach, flash. Okay, yeah, you got it. I could have exiled it right then and there, but I don't... I think I'm just going to hold off until my opponent makes a move. Okay, they just didn't make a move. Okay, so I'm not going to exile the creature, because I have Virtue now. And I don't think my opponent can come out of this here. Jewel land for the turn. I don't know what they can do here. Oh, okay. So they blow up the Virtue. If they blow up the Virtue, it's still a good card, right? Oh, yep. There you go. See, that's why we're running it. Opponent said it was a problem. That's why we're running it. Haha. They validated my feelings. Suppose I can start exiling creatures again then. Drew another land. Vorinclex. Alright, so they got 2 more lands in hand. I can probably just exile that the normal way. Yeah. Right? Let's see what's going on over there. Let's take a gander. Alright, kind of expected that. Let's do this here. I can almost actually swing with my commander. Can I swing with it this turn? I'd have to find a way to exile something right now. Which I can, but it doesn't seem like it's worth it, so I'm just going to swing. It just doesn't seem worth it. We can play Leyline of the Void, I guess. But it doesn't trigger off of spells, and it kind of gets in the way of my ability to exile my opponent's stuff one at a time with like the Soul Cauldron and the Ghost Vacuum. I mean, I have my own cards, but still, exiling the graveyard outright feels alright, but really isn't that necessary, in my opinion. Or it hasn't been all that necessary. We still have Rest in Peace in here. Is that the Angel? The Mono White Angel? Opponent's name is Jesus Loves You. That's funny. Well, if he loves me, he'll let me win. Okay, so yeah, this is a way to deal with Etali and also play the game, so I'm not convinced Etali's unbeatable or anything like that. I most assuredly will play this. Lord Skitter? Maybe. That one I kind of like. Alright, no 2 into 4, please. Once, no 2 into 4, please. One game. Do it one time. No 2 into 4, please. I'm gonna keep saying it. 2 into 3, alright. Still annoying, but not as bad, I guess. Well, I'm gonna play this. Tuna fork? What? Alright, well, I'm not gonna lie, that's just the last thing I expected to see. That's interesting. Static Net, I cannot keep on top because Etali will destroy my life. Let's play 5? So if I exile this, I can't play Etali. That probably is right. It also lets me cast Duress here. Ooh, nice. I actually hit something. Look at that. Look at that. Alright. The wheels are a-turnin'. I can deal with both creatures I assume my opponent will play, but then it's, again, it's just Etali. It's like nothing matters except your Etali random rolls. Oh, they actually swing with both, so split up kills both. I suppose that's ideal. Get lost, and I can blow this up, but I don't think that matters, right? Yeah, I think Yada is viable. If it's, yeah, the mono white angels. I think, yeah, you can do that in standard. I don't have a problem with that one. I think it works. They got Soul Cauldron, which surprisingly doesn't really do much, and mana to cast Etali again. So 5. This is a game where Ketramose attacking would be nice. They have to use Soul Cauldron on their own turn. Which, I mean, they're not... Nothing's being exiled that matters, but... Is this indestructible? Why am I thinking it is? I don't know. I don't know why I thought that mattered anyways. I'm just exiling it. My opponent actually could sort of kill me with my stuff. I'll keep that in the deck because of their commander. Yeah, the Soul Cauldron... No, it can't really kill me. Not genuinely. Because it turns on Ketramose. 5, 6, 7, 8. So they did not have an untapped land? Wow. That's hard to believe. Now I feel kind of bad about keeping the land on top. None of that has haste, right? Does this have haste? When it enters? Trample and haste? Okay, that does have haste. So I'm sure they'll see the line. I mean, at least present it, right? That... They miss lethal? Trample and haste. I can't block. They missed their opportunity. Tragic. So Ketramose can now swing. I will deny any future Koglas. I will... If I play this, I can't play anything else. I don't like my situation too much here. Cityscape Leveler, bank on them not drawing the best thing imaginable. Seems like my only bet here. Yeah, well, I kept the land on top so Etali would just bin it, but I mean, even if that was the case, it's still probably just wrong to do that, so yeah, it was just wrong. It was just wrong. Alright, our first attack. It took 2 hours and 13 minutes to finally attack with Ketramose. Take action. So we can keep the graveyard still fairly empty. I'm gonna try to gain life here. Let's just keep at it. Don't want any creatures entering out of the graveyards. So, and I don't think Liliana is the right play here. Portal is just not really that good here. Let's get rid of land. Okay. Yeah, Portal's just gonna sit there. It can't reanimate Planeswalkers, right? Oh. Surprisingly, a card that I can just beat. I probably wanted to get rid of Caves of Koilos instead, actually. I mean, you just cast Etali. You're an Etali player. You don't really think about anything. There you go. They get a red thing and hover ship. Alright, so I lose my commander again. And they get more discoverers. Is there anything I can do about this? No. Kaya can get Etali, yep, that's true. Opponent was willing for that to be the case. I will stasis snare? Just to be mana efficient? Maybe I really shouldn't. No, I'm gonna stasis snare. Yes! Oh, feels good. Alright. Tasted Etali. So, well, we've only played against Etali once, and we did beat it. Yeah, Portal to Phyrexia, because we don't have any creatures and the Graveyard Hate, it's just not going to do anything. And I really wish we could see the Etali trigger. Is that just the Etali mindset? Like, they just envision everyone concedes when they cast it, so they have to concede when someone else has it? Oh, good old Kaya. Love it, love it, love it. Yep. Etali players can't handle Etali. I mean, they literally didn't even make me show them a trigger. It could be 2 terrible cards. They just didn't make me show them. Really funny. Alright, so if my commander resolves, I kind of like my situation. And if it doesn't, well, you know, that's okay. Go away. We actually put a land to the bottom for the first time in our lives. Would you look at that? I am not going to get lost that. Alright, so please no... okay, no counterspell. Cast something. Please, please. Okay, alright, alright. We're in. We're in, we're gaming. We're gaming. Yeah, the Etali mirror match is a bunch of concessions. Oh, who knows? If someone ramps you way too, like, ramps too far ahead, I guess that's true. There's a lot of blue auras that have been problematic. Opponent's mousing over my commander, I don't like it. I mean, how do you not just play your commander? Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay. Do they not have a land? If you don't have a land, you really want to draw. Okay. So I don't think they had a land. Fair enough. Sure, they drew one through all those cards there. Okay, so Shield Druid is awesome, but I think because Shield Druid is just so good here, I'm just gonna cast Shield Druid. I think it's just too good to not cast right now, right here and now. None of these look like they matter, so I'll just take the one that draws a card. Alright. I don't like untapping with Ral, but I'm kind of chock full of answers, and it's only making an otter token, so I don't really care. Like, my hand is just full of answers to this. Don't you do it. What are you doing? Oh. Wait. Okay. Honestly, not really concerned about that. Sure. Though they know it's in my hand, so I assume another way to bounce it, or okay, maybe not. I like my opponent's deck. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard your hand and draw 2? What? It's already solved too, so they can't not do that? Was that like a huge mistake? I feel like that was a massive mistake. It's not solved? But it was at 6. Oh, alright. No, yep. Don't listen to me. So, I'm willing to run this into a counterspell. Oh, that's extremely annoying. Rakdos decks? Okay. Yeah. I like it. I just thought they made a mistake. Please tap out opponent. Oh my goodness. They can recast it. Ketramose will very likely be online this game. So many answers. So many answers. Shieldred could do a lot if I stop Exile in the graveyard. I don't expect Shieldred to do anything this game, period. But, I guess so. But not really. So, just do it again? Play the 4-mana one? It would be very ideal to just draw on my own turn here. At least one card. Also, my opponent has so many cards in the graveyard that this is never going to be an issue anyways. Suppose I'll leave one up, because I'd just go to discard anyways. Yeah, we can just leave one up. It's fine. But we can now technically block. I don't think my opponent can just cast Ral again. I don't think that makes too good of an idea here. Wow. Alright. Love to see that. My opponent is also halfway through their deck. I wonder if they could just deck out here. Yeah, they can't swing. Opponent is fully aware. Let's just keep attacking the graveyard. Also, attacking my opponent's graveyard is way better than trying to flip Shieldred that proceeds to then not do anything at all. I can set Ral to 1, which is not really what I want to do. So I'm going to just do this. And I have not played a land. So I'm also going to wait, hold on. Let's do this. Is Spell Pierce standard? Does anyone know? I can animate my Power Stone with Kaya. Now that's thinking deep. That is thinking deep. I did not draw land. Tragic. Spell Pierce in standard? Okay. So what do we discard? Fumigate, probably? That's just fine. I don't think I need Fumigate. They haven't shown me any creatures. Oh, they're mousing over their graveyard, so hopefully we've been hitting the right spells. They Lightning Strike face, so part of the storm thing? I don't know. More burn for the Ral emblem, which they didn't get to. Okay, sure. So this exiles them. But we can see the Ral win condition does not involve creatures here. Opponent about to cast Treasure Cruise? Yeah. That'd be funny. Alright, swing. Attack the old last card in hand. I'm gonna Virtue my own Ketramose here. And then I'm gonna go after the graveyard some more. And we'll leave it there. I want to leave up some form of counter magic. Or interaction by exiling my opponent's graveyard. Like, I could have went for this, but it's just not really doing anything. I don't care about Liliana's loyalty. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot exile this before they can cast it again. Tragic. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Never mind. Yes! Aha! Get schmieded. Alright. So, yeah, Ketramose just lets me drown in cards with an indestructible creature. They didn't seem to have any... No, they did. They had one, the Witness Protection. It went on Shieldred. And it's just going to slowly tick away. I never even cast Shieldred again. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I kind of forgot it was still in my hand. Could have just simply recast it and really pressured the life total, but didn't have to. But yeah, flipping this Shieldred wouldn't do anything at all whatsoever. Like, neither decks have creatures. I don't see why. I'm trying to keep my opponent's graveyard intact to flip that. It doesn't do anything. So, Ketramose is extremely good. I thought I would win every single game, but I did lose some games. It was all in just like one chunk of the gameplay was just all the losses, surrounded by a ton of wins. I lost to Laughing Jasper Flint of all the commanders. Laughing Jasper Flint, so I can't really be upset at that player. That player was... They were deep in it, and they also missed lethal like 3 times and still won. It was kind of funny. And then I lost to the Doppelgang is a significant issue for a deck like this, right? Especially how I'm not killing my opponent by the time the Doppelgang deck gets to cast it for a lot. And it doesn't take a lot of value for that card to win, so Doppelgang is an issue. Control is extremely uncommon. Actually, I don't really see control that much, like counterspell-centric stuff. But if you stick your commander, it's very hard for them to do things after that. So if you just get to stick it in play and then start incrementally drawing cards, it's difficult for even a control deck to do anything. But it never really happened. I don't really see a lot of control in Standard. Actually, most of the control I've seen is just me playing it. The board wipes are solid, especially how your commander is indestructible, which is nasty. It took me over 2 hours to actually hit somebody with Ketramose in the face. It just goes to show how actually attacking with it is not really a big deal or really that relevant. You're just winning by drowning your opponent in cards. And eventually it will swing, right? If your opponents were not conceding, you would inevitably begin to swing at them and then offset the life loss that this has been potentially doing to you, which doesn't really matter. The other splashed creatures were solid. I had the Charming Prince in here for a second. I mean, it changed around a little bit. Actually, it changed around like 5 minutes into playing, but yeah, I think this was nice. I didn't have Soul Cauldron to begin with. Wasn't too sold on the idea of just drawing a card off this once every turn, but the more I thought about it, the more it just made a lot of sense. I think the biggest question is if Rest in Peace is ever a good idea, and I don't really know. You most assuredly do not need Rest in Peace, but I don't necessarily hate Rest in Peace. It does enable your commander to do things immediately. It shuts down graveyard strategies, which for the most part we're not really concerned about anyways. It just doesn't seem all that necessary. It does get in the way of Virtue, but Virtue was still just kind of fine, right? I don't have a lot of creatures, but it's still not a big deal. Like, you don't need to worry about exiling every other creature, because a lot of my removal is exiling creatures, not killing them. So this has less things to see, but it's still just fine, right? If you have Portal of Phyrexia sitting in play, or Virtue sitting in play, if any creature goes to the graveyard and it's not exiled, this is now a problem, right? It's a value engine with just a single creature. It doesn't even have to be a very strong creature, but, I mean, it would be ideal, obviously. And then once you do have it in play, you can now start to exile accordingly. It's like, all right, I got Virtue, they haven't dealt with it, now I just won't exile certain things, or unless I, have to. I think Virtue's just fine. And, it's a removal spell on the adventure, which is a huge reason to continue to play it. But Rest in Peace, you don't need this card. You really don't need it. I think it's maybe actively bad sometimes, depending, right? It turns other removal spells into card draw, but then it like shuts down your Ghost Vacuum drawing a card a turn kind of thing. So it sort of changes what a lot of the cards in the deck do from like one thing to the other, while taking the other half that got changed into like not as good cards. So I really don't. Actually, I may make the argument you just shouldn't run it, because it might trip you up and you might make a mistake by running it, right? You can sort of exile it yourself if it becomes a problem. You don't need it anymore. I don't think you should ever do that, but I guess that's an option on the table you could do. But all in all, Ketramose is completely. Well, okay. Ketramose is not out of control, insane, needs to be banned immediately kind of thing, as much as I thought it would on day one. But it is extremely powerful. There are certain strategies that borderline have no hope against it, and it's just very powerful. It's very powerful. So it doesn't really use any cards from the new set in it, which is a little unfortunate, because that's why I want to play standard Brawl, so I can sort of use more. But the new set really doesn't have any Ketramose synergy, right? All the Exile Matters cards is just like, start your engines doesn't matter, right? I'm not actually pressuring or even moving my my opponent's life total at all. So you don't need to start any engines. It's going to sit at 1 forever. It's just, yeah, the new set doesn't really play with this card, which is fine, right? It gives me the vibe of like, oh, it's one of the cards in the new set that they just designed for older formats, and that's okay. Maybe it's just not good in standard in general. I don't know. But for modern and stuff, it definitely is. And as a commander, it's really good. So I can only imagine how insane this is in Historic Brawl. Although maybe that's not true, because people can mana drain and Dark Ritual and stuff. So maybe it's actually just okay there. But in standard, it's very, very good. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.